Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so tired, I don't know if I can even talk properly. Not much happened though, to be honest, with this week because I was away from Wednesday to Monday. So today is Tuesday. So instead of my usual review on Monday, I drove home on Monday, so I was too tired to make content anyway, let alone cook. So hubby cooked and I just sat and drank wine. So that's pretty much last week. But if we were to go back and do a more detailed rundown, Sunday, remember last week? Yeah, it's Daisy again. So remember last week I was away at a friend's beach house. So that was really fun. And I got myself written off. So this is the disclaimer, right? I like to talk big about how much I drink, but when I actually start drinking with my friends, I actually don't hold up very well. I honestly thought I drink a lot, but maybe I don't drink a lot as much as I thought I did. So Monday I was really tired because coming back from Raymond Island was a big drive. Of course, we shared the drive, hubby and I. Daisy! So I need to get the dog. Inside, come on, come on. Luna, inside. I'm so sorry, I'm back. Yes, this Luna has learned to use the dog door. So she goes out and help herself to whatever rubbish she can. And then she gets a tummy ache, isn't it? And then it's messy. So Monday, after the big drive back, because I didn't sleep well, I think I was too tired. I didn't end up going to the gym though, I rested. I have learned my lesson that I'm not as young as I think I am. And my body does not recover well. So if I push it too hard, I'll get sick. So I don't want to be sick because I've got my friend Michelle who's coming down from Queensland and we are co-authoring a book. I wanted to make sure that I was feeling good for it. Otherwise, it will be a wasted trip for her and it's not cheap to fly these days. So that was what I did. And Tuesday, I was preparing the house. This is the way I am. So I know my family tells me, we'll live, we'll be okay. You know, you're just only going away for a few days. We will survive. They did. But again, I came home to a bomb of a house. It was not good and I'm not happy. So I haven't cleaned yet actually. I couldn't bring myself. The least I could do, there's no food in the house, so I went and did a bit of food shopping. I'm so distracted. Let's keep going back. All right, so Tuesday, that was what I did. I was getting the house ready and made sure I packed and make sure I had everything I needed for my trip, for my writing camp, I call it. Wednesday, I drove to the airport to pick up Michelle, and then we drove straight down to Venus Bay where we have our beach house. I've done some updates for you, so let's cross over to the updates. So as you can see, I'm at my beach house. So I've been here for a day now, day and night. We did get quite a bit done, so that's very exciting. And I actually only had 2 drinks last night. You gotta be impressed. Clearly there won't be any gym, but I did go to Buddy Pom on Tuesday. We gave ourselves a week to finish writing the book as well as to record 10 episodes of the podcast. We're moving along really well. And hopefully we can finish early and Michelle can go and spend time with her husband and I can go home. Thank God I'm not home today because why? Luna made a mess. She shat everywhere and they had to clean her up. That's why you don't lock a puppy in the laundry because they would just go and they'll just play and they'll just step all over it. They won't even know. I'm happy because I'm just relaxing and writing. I really like this. This is nice. It feels good for me. Not gonna stress too much about not getting any exercise because when I get back, I'm gonna get the shit on. I will. I promise. My time is running out. It's already 290 days and counting down. I can do this because we can do this. And the title of our book is Midlife Unstoppable. It is a book about navigating midlife weight loss issues, what it feels like to be a middle-aged woman, what we learn about ourselves as we grow older. I know that I shouldn't say that. I've always been honest and open, but I guess that's how the older people become, you know. They don't give a shit, they just tell you. Have I gotten worse with age? Actually, not really, because I've always been this way. But anyhow, we've got quite a bit of writing done and I got some sleep in this morning, so I'm feeling good. But I haven't done this amount of mental work for so long. It's pretty intense actually. And we went for a walk. You gotta be so proud because you know I don't like going outside to walk, but my brain needed it because nothing else gonna come out. We're trying to finish by Sunday, so then I can start fresh again on Monday. Yes, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with great news that it's finished. We finished writing the book, so that's great news. We have been collaborating on it for a few months now, so we caught up this time for the week to just wrap up and write some of the chapters that will be much easier if we do it together. So it's done. We bought champagne and some, I don't know what, liqueur to celebrate. The food intake hasn't been that bad though, but I've chosen to drink because if I don't know how else to get my mind to stop. Otherwise, you'll keep thinking about, oh, maybe we should have written that, or maybe we should explore that. I need it to stop so that I can rest properly. And it's nice to get sleep-ins every day though. So I just sleep in and I wake up when I wake up. So this has been great. And the next thing to do is to start recording our podcast. That's exciting. I know this week hasn't been a great week for me in terms of diet and alcohol intake. But I'd rather get this done quickly so that I can be back on Monday and start back at the gym. Yeah, rather than worry about it. But we did go for a walk yesterday and clock some 6,000 steps, which was good. I best go inside because clearly outside is not my thing. According to Michelle, diplomats should have lots of fluids in their diet. And then it dawned on me that alcohol is fluid. Smells nice. Tastes like alcohol-infused popcorn. Today's our last day at the beach house to finish writing the book and recording the podcast. You can see my mic and you can see behind me. Can you see Michelle? There she is. So we've got 2 more episodes to go. We plan to do 10. But she told me if I do 2 more, I'm allowed to have my first drink. I'm so excited. Can't guarantee what's going to come out though after the drinks. Anyhow, I'm really excited about how this is going. I'm really excited about the podcast. We'll drop more details and of course more details about the book. So exciting. So welcome back. So that was the time I spent in Venus Bay. We wrote and we recorded podcasts. The working title of our book is Midlife Unstoppable, because why we are both experiencing midlife, and we hope that by sharing our experience we can help other women who is also going through midlife. Your body changes. It's almost like going to teenage again when your body changes. Yes, it gets old. It doesn't want to do things. Then what do you do about it? And the scary thing about midlife also is children growing up. When you've dedicated your life to raising children, like I have, I never thought I'll say that, but because I never thought I want kids. And I would not change anything. And let me assure you, not all mothers feel that way. You think that, oh yeah, of course you're a mom, you think that. No. Some mothers just don't, the maternal instinct just never kicked in. That's okay, that's your thing. But for mine, it kicked in big time. Oh, honestly, I didn't think that was possible for me. I spent 5 days writing and recording podcasts. Podcast is related to the book, and I hope that the book can be published this year. That's the plan, because I'm turning 50, and the last time I had a milestone birthday, which was my 40th, I published my parenting book. So I hope that just something to look forward to. So I'm pushing for it. I haven't quite spoken to my publisher yet, but I will. I will when I'm mentally ready. I'm just so exhausted. I can't even think straight. I'm cutting this veggie so slowly, oh. Now this is something I really want to discuss with you though. To me, having a drink at the end of every day when I was there with Michelle was a way to call it a day, yay, we finished work, so-called, for the day. Also to celebrate that we actually did really well. I, of course, I'm very goal-oriented. Can't help it. I'm an overachiever. The Singaporean in me can't help it. I have set goals. I want to finish the book and I want to make sure that we have at least 10 episodes of the podcast recorded. So we have. So every time we meet our goals at the end of the day, we celebrate with a drink. I don't really see anything wrong with it. And also I use it to stop my brain from working. It retards it, and it does actually, because it kills brain cells. I know that. So that was what I did. Did I eat indiscriminately? Well, I prepared food, and because I'm aware that Michelle, she eats well, I don't want to start this whole, oh, she's being good or what, because there's no such thing as being good. You're just treating your body well, okay? So I didn't want to corrupt her. So I cooked and I brought my usual meal preps, the healthy ones, and we ate that. We went out once and I had carbonara, and it was okay. It wasn't great. The place was cute. The view was awesome on Phillip Island, but it was so rich. I couldn't finish it. I was like, ugh. And I also don't like the smell. I know this is a conundrum. I don't like the smell of parmesan when it's like really fresh. It's got this really strong smell. I don't like it. I struggle to finish it, so be it. So other times we ate well. So the only issue, I wouldn't even call it an issue really. The only thing during that time was I drank every day. And then I came home. Again, it was messy. I was not impressed because every time my husband goes away, I make sure he comes home to a nice house, that it's all nice and neat. And I was a little bit disappointed he didn't do that for me. However, he also invited his friends over for a poker game, and I'm sure he was hungover. That's why he didn't clean the house for me. That's fair enough, I suppose. So I came back on Sunday, right? Sunday night. So he cooked dinner. He made those flatbread pizza, which is fine. And today I need to eat some Asian food. That's why I'm cooking. So I came home. My husband has been trying to quit smoking because why? He knows it's bad for him. When I came back, I can smell it. So I said, have you started smoking again? He's like, yeah, I was a bit stressed. That I understand because remember the pool is costing us so much more. We have to think of ways to find money and where can we cut costs. So while I was away, husband Craig, I think, didn't close the freezer door of one of our fridge properly. It got frosted over. So there's a symptom when he said, oh, the freezer is not cold and it's frosted over. Straight away, I know. The housewife Karen knows. It's because the door wasn't closed properly. The fridge was working extra hard to try and cool down the whole fridge. And then the thermostat would have kicked in. Otherwise, it will be costing us thousands of dollars because you'll be trying to keep cold, right? So it's frosted over. The thermostat has kicked in. He thought the fridge was broken. So we have two fridges in the house. This one I won't go too near. This is our day-to-day fridge where we use our day-to-day stuff, you know, the milk and all that usual stuff just go in there. This is the fridge that was supposedly broken. All right, now it's working fine again. And why do we have two? Not because we have so much money, but a lifetime ago, when I first moved back to Australia, I started a cooking school. And then I realized, oh, it's not quite for me. You have to try, right? If you don't try, you don't know. So it's not for me, so I stopped. So in order to accommodate for the ingredients that I needed for the cooking school, that's why we bought a fridge. And also shortly after that, I did catering on request. So if friends or family wanted me to cater, I can. That's why we have an extra fridge. And by and by, we got used to it. Over COVID, I got into the habit of just buying something extra just in case you don't know what's gonna happen. So all the food that's in the white fridge has to come out and to be fitted into the black fridge. And now that the white fridge has recovered, I've decided also maybe it's time to just eat out the fridge, and because we are cutting costs also. So we are, if you can see behind me, in the sink there, some of the meats that we have. So I'm on a mission to use them this week. So I only bought veggies this week. Really cheap actually. Cost me $50 instead of the usual 200 over. So that is the mission for this week, cooking out of the freezer and use whatever we can. So this is the thing. I came home and he started smoking, right? I get it because suddenly we have to find tens of thousands of dollars to try and pay the builder. So that's very stressful for him. His go-to when he's stressed is smoking because if he can't drink right during the day, otherwise he can't work. And I'm sure it's disappointing for him. So it got me to thinking though, when I'm stressed or when I'm tired, I go to alcohol because that just shuts down my brain. Is there another way? Maybe, I don't know. Don't renovate so that you don't put yourself in this situation. I don't know. So that's something I am also thinking about. And today's Tuesday. I usually go for my body pump class. I'm just too tired. And last night I was thinking to myself, I could push past this mental fatigue and try and make myself go. But what's the point of stressing my body? You and I now know that stress can create a very bad environment if you want to lose weight. So let's not stress the body so much. I booked in for a cycle class. I'll go tomorrow. I would like to see my girlfriend who is teaching the class. That would be nice. Yeah, this is the thing about this drinking. And also in the last few weeks, things have been happening. And I've been thinking to myself, every time I'm stressed, I say, okay, I'm going to be kind to me and I have a drink, right? Life happens still. Life does. So how do we navigate it? So I guess if I were to recalibrate what it means to me to be my best self when I'm 50, it means that I can manage my stress better, maybe find a different way to do it. But if I cannot, and if I do need that drink, what does that mean to my health and well-being? Does it mean I can't even talk properly. Does it mean that I do extra the next day to burn it off? Because I do want to look a certain way. In order for us to look a certain way, we all know that it's all about calories in, calories out. End of the day, it is about that. Alcohol is empty calories. All it does is stop my brain when I need it to stop. Otherwise, I don't sleep well. Then it becomes a vicious cycle. Then I get sick. With that in mind, I'm going to have to rethink and come and get back to you about what this means. Does it mean I can now drink 3 times a day? breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I can have a drink. How do I make myself feel okay? And still, how do I get to the body I want to get to? If you speak to athletes, it's a no-brainer. Their body is a temple, you know? I'm almost 50. I'm not saying that my body is not a temple, but surely my body is a playground. I love it. I enjoy life in it. I want to continue to be able to enjoy life in it. That's the key. Life happens though. How then do we reconcile this? Because absolutely today I'm tired. I'm not sure if I have a drink or not. I don't know yet, but I'm really exhausted. As you can tell, I'm not even coherent. Really something I need to think about. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to drop in the comments. I truly believe that if we focus on performance, maybe I'm just tired. That's why this is this tired talking, and I'll let this tired pass and see what happens. Maybe. You let me know what you think. And remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next week.